Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Okay, ako ba or do I find this report alarming, worrisome? Yes, I do. Pero ako ba ay nagulat nung nabasa ko ito, nung nakita ko to? Hindi. Hindi. Sa totoo lang, sa ilang mga episodes ko guys, some of you have commented down there that naku, may mga kalokohan din dyan basically sa IRCC. Merong mga gumagawa ng hocus-pocus diyan, 'di ba? Hindi niyo ginamit yung term na yun, ako lang. Pero parang gano'n ang ini-imply ninyo na perhaps there are IRCC officials who take shortcuts also, who probably take bribes. Okay, yan po ang ilan sa inyong mga naging comment noon. And this report, well, binaback upan yan, yung sinasabi ninyong yan, yung hunch ninyo na yan. And I'm not surprised, guys, di ba? Akala nyo sa Pilipinas lang nangyayari yan. Hindi. Kahit in first world countries, di ba? In any country, sa totoo lang, I highly doubt that there is one that exists na lahat ng kanilang mga government offices ay free of corruption, zero corruption? I don't think so. Meron at meron pong iilang mga tao dyan, no? Na mapapaisip din, matetempt gumawa ng kalokohan. Lalo na dahil sila ay nasa, sensitibong posisyon na maaari nilang pagkakitaan. Okay. So that is what we're gonna talk about in this report. A new report from the Globe and Mail. In this report, this proves that there are a few, napakaliit lang naman, na porsyento sa buong IRCC itong nire-report dito. Okay, na ano ba tong ginagawa nila? Well, ito, nag-o-offer ng pera, maaring tumanggap ng pera, ginagamit ang kanilang posisyon dyan po sa IRCC for different reasons na again, hindi po dapat nila ginagawa. Halimbawa, sinisilip ang mga files ng kanilang mga kakilala siguro. Nag-aalok ng pera sa mga co-workers nila para pabilisin ang application process ng kakilala nila. O nag-aalok din ng pera para ayusin ang isang application, again, ng isang tao. Diba? Again, so bawal yan. Okay, bawal yan. Akala nyo, iniwan nyo na sa Pilipinas yan? Hindi. Meron pa rin dito. But again, dito, according to this report, it's a small percentage of the workforce. Okay? O sige, puntahan na natin tong report na to. This was just from a few days ago. From the Globe and Mail, 12 IRCC employees tried to interfere with immigration files, misconduct report finds. Okay? So may panagbasehang report ng IRCC mismo. Itong Globe and Mail. Actually, nakita ko yung report na yan, no? Ito po yan. Yan, nahanap ko siya. Report on misconduct and wrongdoing at immigration for fiscal year 2023 to 2024. Ang haba niyan nito. Pero, may report na. Kaya doon na lang tayo sa na-summarize na sa report. Balikan natin. Yan. So, ito na. Sabi, staff at the Federal Immigration Department tried to interfere with applications to enter and stay in Canada. Isang halimbawa ng mga ginawa, asking a colleague whether they would accept the money to approve a study permit. Aba, sinusubukang mag-bribe, di ba? Magbigay ng lagay para mag-approve ng isang study permit. Sabi dito, nagkaroon daw ng first ever report on misconduct ang IRCC from 2023 to 2024. Alam mo, relevant na first ever nila ito ginawa. Ibig sabihin, during this period, siguro mas maraming nagre-report, mga whistleblower perhaps. Kaya sila nag-isip na I think it's about time to come up with this report. Yun ang tingin ko dito, no? Okay, sabi dito, according to that report, 12 staff took advantage of their ability to access IRCC systems to look at people's files. Yung iba daw, nag-check lang naman at nagtatanong tungkol sa status ng immigration files ng kanilang mga kapamilya. kaibigan, kakilala, or check their status out of curiosity. Naku, curious lang ba? Siguro sa tagal, no? Chine-check. Bawal din po yun, ano? It's misconduct niya, kung tawagin dito sa report na ito. Ito pa. In some cases, IRCC employees try to get immigration cases fast-tracked or asked a colleague to make corrections to a file. Aba, pabilisin ang pag-assess ng isang application. Ang matindi dyan, yung isa, yung make corrections to a file. Diba? Para siguruhin positive ang maging resulta ng kanilang application. Diba? So these are things that are apparently happening inside the IRCC. Ang curious ako dito, sa totoo lang, walang nakasbanggit po sa report kung magkano ang ino-offer na pera or kung umabot man sa puntong yun. At again, kung magkano, diba? Wala lang, curious lang ako. May side yung IRCC, syempre, no? Ang sabi, pinroduce nila itong report na ito to be transparent. Okay? Para sabihin nga naman na wala silang tinatago. And to show that they are working towards fixing this problem. Sana nga, di ba? Sana. Sabi ng Deputy Minister ng IRCC, nagpapasalamat siya doon sa mga courageous employees who raised concerns or blew the whistle when a potentially problematic behavior was observed. Ayun. So, meron ngang mga nagsumbong. Okay, meron ngang mga nagsumbong. Siguro, ito yung mga nilapitan o seatmate ng nilapitan. Hindi natin alam, di ba? Okay. Ayun. Ang sabi din ng Deputy Minister, the department was able to address misconduct and wrongdoing, adding that at IRCC, we encourage our employees to speak up without fear or reprisal. Huwag daw silang matakot sana pang magsumbong. Okay? Huwag silang matakot na maaaring balikan sila. Poprotektahan sila ng IRCC. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng statement na ito. And of course, they are stressing na kokonti lang naman sa kanilang ahensya ang gumagawa daw ng ganito. Sabi dito, meron silang around 13,000 employees, including some working in the different embassies. At yung cases daw ng misconduct at the department involved a small minority of staff. What do you think about that? Palagay nyo, small minority lang ito? Well, definitely, kung ito lang ang pagbabatayan natin itong report na ito, 12. Okay, a dozen compared to 13,000. Yes, it is a small minority. But I can't help but think, of course, na umpisa lang ito. Maaring ito lang ang kanilang natuklasan sa taong ito. Maaring that there are more cases. There are more people with information. There are more people who may have been offered bribes, who may have accepted bribes, pero syempre, isusumbong ba nila ang sarili nila? Diba? Unfortunately, diba? I don't know. I have my doubts. And I won't be surprised talaga kung tip of the iceberg lang ito, kumbaga. Okay. Ito pa, isa pang uri na natuklasang misconduct. Again, in 2023 to 2024, an IRCC case processing agent asked another employee through an internal messaging app whether they would accept money for approving a study permit. Okay. Baka ito rin yung nabanggit kanino. At nagsumbong nga daw agad yung employee na nilapitan. Okay. In-inform daw yung agent na, hoy, mali yan. It violates our code of conduct. O, diba? Nakatsyempo siya. Akala niya lahat mabibili ng pera, no? Nakakaloka. Nung sinabihan daw pala na, hoy, mali ang ginagawa mo, it violates our code of conduct. Ang patay mali itong nag-attempt magbigay ng lagay, sabi, it was another individual to whom the agent owed money, had taken control of their laptop and requested the information. Hindi daw siya yung nag-message dun sa app. Nakakaloka naman to. So, ano nangyari nung nagsumbong? Yung nag-attempt magbigay ng lagay, sabi, the reliability status of the case processing agent was revoked. reliability status. Naku, hindi natin alam kung ano pa ibig sabihin. Ano. Okay. So, ilan lang po to guys sa mga nabanggit dito. Other misconducts mentioned in this report are making racist comments doon sa workplace nila. Tingnan nga natin tong racist comments. Dito, one employee was suspended without pay after making, quote, disrespectful and discriminatory remarks that a group of people of a specific nationality believe that they are above the law. Diba? Ito nakakaloka, oh my gosh. May isa pang case dito. There is an employee who, Beko to from the report, formed a social relationship with a claimant, met at an IRCC asylum hotel. Oh my. Friendship, social relationship ang sabi dito. So siguro nakaapekto ito doon sa file ng asylum seeker. Kasi na-meet daw niya sa asylum hotel. Okay. Nakakaloka. May mga ganun din, di ba? So, ang sabi ng report, guys, merong 62 founded cases of misconduct and wrongdoing in 2023 to 2024. Founded cases, ibig sabihin may pinagbatayan. Pero ang total daw na kanilang tinignan talaga inimbestigahan ay 76. Okay. So, ayun. They range from cases of harassment, violence, disrespectful behavior, and as well as breaches of the department's code of conduct. Diba? So guys, these things happen. And I would say big news ito dito sa Canada, syempre, no? Maraming umaasa sa IRCC. Immigration is a big deal here. So the integrity of not just the institution, but of the system, diba? Maraming nakadepende po dyan. Buhay na mga tao ang nakadepende po dyan. Public safety ng Canada ang nakadepende po dyan. That's why, I'm sure many people here are very much alarmed with this report. Kayo po ba? What do you think about this? Are you like me? Hindi na kayo na-surpresa din, diba? But, syempre tayo, aasa tayo na maayos ito. Na hindi ito lumaganap, kumbaga. Yun lang naman. Let me know what you guys think. Basahin ko na lang po yung mga comments ninyo. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!